Performance capture is such a big deal in all kinds of media these days, and Graham Qually runs a partnership between a company called Mimic and the Vancouver Film School with a state-of-the-art performance capture studio that has literally just gone up. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Victor. Yeah, Mimic Performance Capture is a brand new studio. We partnered with the Vancouver Film School so that we could put a world-class stage right at the fingertips of their students.
I'm with Jon Bell, who is the managing director of the Vancouver Film School. Jon, I have to congratulate you because I know that this is not only a brand new facility and environment, but it's a brand new direction for VFS. Can you tell us a little bit about how this all came together for you guys?
Indeed it is, Victor. We have looked at being an innovative school for 30 years. This is our 30th anniversary. And what we've done has always been cutting edge. And it's important to us to make sure that we always maintain that and that that's part of our spirit and our ethos. Looking at our industry connections and how we connect to actually enhance the student experience, we thought, what is the next level? What can we take that to? So we've brought Mimic in to open up a performance capture studio right here on campus, available to our students and our alumni throughout their experience here.
For those that don't follow all this stuff all the time, performance capture is different than motion capture. It's not just white balls on suits, which we've done a lot on EP, yes. So people have seen that kind of thing before. There's a lot more going on now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Our studio has head-mounted cameras, so we record the face, we record the audio, so final audio. That's why you see this big soundproof room behind us. We do body, props, everything, and then we time code sync everything, so everything is completely synced.
As part of this as well, you're kind of opening up to professional industry colleagues out there and partnerships out there, so that they can kind of come in, do some work, and show the students how it's done a little bit as well, right?
Absolutely. When students come here, one of their first questions, it's almost day one, as excited as they are to be a student for the upcoming intensive year.
They want a
they
job.
Say, what is next when I graduate in a year from now? And so it's always on their mind. And we say that your first day in industry can begin on your first day in class. And in partnering with Mimic, Mimic has had some of the top companies come in all ready to shoot here in the past week or two, and will continue to do so. Convergence is increasing in the real world, and we're trying to match and be a part of the real world as much as possible. We're trying to drive some of that change as well with initiatives such as this, where we better and more fully integrate with industry. A performance capture studio which changes at the rate and has to keep up with the rate of technology that it does, a school would not be able to actually keep pace with those changes and would become obsolete unless we partnered with an industry partner who actually has to keep pace with these changes. Not only was Graham philosophically aligned with us and committed to giving back to education and the importance of it, he is also a world-class performance capture studio builder, and he has now built what is one of the largest and best facilities in all of Canada.
You obviously opted for a pretty big space here to do lots of stuff. Are you going to be able to do stunts and things in here?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you look up here, we've got 3 stunt beams in the ceiling. Mm-hmm. So these stunt beams are facilitated to do ladders, rope pulls, rappelling, anything we want to do. And we like the big space. We want to be able to tape out sets and do things exactly what people want if they don't want to do any cuts.
What's going to keep people from beating down your door to only use this for regular production? Why? I just think of James Cameron as what? They have a good performance capture studio? I'm getting right up to Vancouver right away. How are you guys going to be able to keep this available for students so that they can use it on their projects?
We have committed and designated time slots and an allocation of this space to be used for student purposes. Mm-hmm. We'll be shooting hundreds of student productions in here. To give an example of how it actually enhances the student experience, there's a gaming final project that we'll be shooting in here quite shortly. Prior to having access to this facility, they were going to shoot 60 scenes uncomfortably. It was going to be a push. Mm-hmm. With access to this facility, they're going to be able to get in 290 scenes quite comfortably. That's how it changes the experience. And as mentioned, we have time dedicated specifically to those projects to ensure that they have proper access to it. At the same time, our alumni should be hired in the range of 100 plus per year on industry gigs that come in here. And that's to be hired at industry rates. So they get the training when they're here in school, they actually do some of their own projects in here as well. And then they have the opportunity to come and work here after graduation as well.
Well, many moons ago, I remember the value of the education that I got to sort of launch me into acting and then producing things.
We all do.
It's pretty great, right? But the great thing about a school is not just what you're kind of there to learn about, but also all of this sort of cross-disciplinary stuff that happens. And I can't imagine the benefits that are, especially the students that you have now with performance capture and all of these other sort of departments. Is there a lot of that going on? A lot of learning different fields and sort of appreciating all aspects that go into building projects these days, because there's so much crossover now.
Absolutely. As mentioned, it is about convergence. We have two categories or streams that a lot of our programs fall within, and one is the creative technology stream, and the other is the production arts, which includes programs such as film, writing, acting, makeup. It seems like this facility is most obvious for our programs such as 3D animation, visual effects, as well as game design. But I have to tell you, our acting students and faculty are as excited about this facility as anyone else, and it provides great opportunities for them as well.
How do you recognize the appropriate talent for performance capture? I can't imagine that everybody that walks in here is comfortable in here.
No, you're absolutely right. A lot of it starts with training and passion to learn it, and that's one of the things we love about VFS. They have an entire acting program that they're going to be training a lot of people now in this space to know how to do acting for performance capture.
Integration between our students here is something that is it's part of our fabric, and it's extremely important to the student experience. We see that quite a bit here. We see it happen as part of curriculum. We have integrated projects that happen across disciplines, but we also see it happening quite organically here. Yeah. We have a culture and an environment here committed to non-stop production immersion, and students find each other and they work on projects within our 24-hour, 7-day-a-week facilities with access to spaces such as this. And the equipment that we have to get together and come together on those ideas as well. Production never sleeps there.
Is there, some kind of a holy grail that you're looking towards with performance capture? Sort of like you never notice the effect? Is that sort of what you guys are working towards?
Yeah, a lot of people say if you're doing it right, people don't notice you at all. We're really looking forward to both ends of the spectrum. So we're working with a great company here in Vancouver to do augmented mocap, so we can do more toony stuff with mocap, but then also the very realistic too. So we want to have both sides of the spectrum.
It seems to me, just from my bird's eye view of this, that Mimic kind of exemplifies a little bit of everything that you're teaching here at VFS in a way.
That's when we check what we do against the outside world, that's what we find more and more so. VR is introduced into our gaming program as well, and yet it generates the same level of excitement in our writing program, in film, in our interactive design program, and that's the way that we see these things, the application of these things happening in the world. And so it's very exciting for all of our students.
Very cool. Jon, great to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Good luck with Mimic, and I'm sure that we're probably going to be coming back here to shoot you guys doing a lot of crazy stuff over the years.
Man, you can come back anytime.
Awesome.